What's up, guys, and welcome to Nutarot. I'm the energy and intuitive reader, and I'm here to do the general reading for somebody. I have a side note. I feel like a lot of you guys, there could be marriage or commitment or a home or of some sort that's coming towards you. Okay. I feel like don't take a risk. You should definitely do this, but don't take a risk, if that makes sense. Okay, Sagittarius. It's like, I don't know. I feel like you're supposed to be doing something. You're supposed to be solid. You're supposed to be, you know, maybe being with someone new, committing to someone, or committing to a new apartment, a new something. But it's like, maybe it's like, don't take a risk right now. Don't be adventurous right now. It's like whatever you have to do, stay within your means. Stay with the people that you know, stay with familiar energy. Okay. I just feel like you shouldn't take a risk, okay? But definitely this could be just staying home more, okay? But I do feel like it, I hope that makes sense. It's just like it's like you should still do it, but don't take a risk in order to do it. Okay. Sagittarius. All right, the first card you have is Tender Embrace in reverse, number 22, with acceptance and move forward. Okay, this could be about family. All right, this Tender Embrace always gives me family. It could be friends as well. So I do feel like you are moving on past your family here. I feel like your family is not tender and they're not embracive. Okay, I feel like your family is very rough and they don't care about you. Very childish as well. There could be kids involved. They could use kids to manipulate the situation. This could be your child that's doing this, whatever. Okay, I do feel like with acceptance here, I feel like you're accepting that your family ain't shit and you're moving on from them. Very simple. Okay, you're like, this is not family, this is not unconditional. What is this? What is move forward, acceptance, and tender embrace in reverse? The Judgment, the Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the Eight of Cups, with the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I feel like these people are miserable and they make you miserable. Okay, I feel like you're letting release the grip and you don't care. I feel like you're gonna start nurturing something, either yourself or something else. With the Eight of Cups, you're walking away. I do feel like with the Judgment here, I feel like that's your final decision. Like, that's just what it is. You're gonna do this and you don't care. The Nine of Wands is here. I feel like they're gonna try to lure you back in, or they're gonna try to lure you into a trap here. Okay. Let's clarify. Could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, somebody's it's like somebody knows that you're stressing about something falling apart, so they're gonna try to make something worse. All right, what's the Judgment here? You have the King of Swords. But I feel like if you're honest with yourself, you know that they can't, like, they can't make you undo anything that you say. Like, they can try and say and do whatever, but I feel like your family, these people at the back of your hand. You're like, okay, what are you gonna do? You're gonna say that I'm this, you're gonna say that I'm that, but none of it's true, man. None of it's fact. It's like these people, it's like you're just like, yeah, whatever. I know they're gonna say this and they're gonna try that, whatever. What's the Queen of Pentacles? The Nine of Swords. Yeah, I do feel like, and it's crazy because they don't see that you're stressing. Like they don't see that you're worried about this. They don't see that you feel like you're doing the worst thing possible. They don't see that you're losing sleep. They don't see that. They don't see that this was a very hard decision for you to make. They don't see that. They don't see that. Okay, but it's like you're making a head over heart decision. You're like, yeah, they're just, they didn't deserve you, Sag. Seven of Cups in reverse. Like, they're about to realize, though. They're gonna realize that you actually do care. What is the Eight of Cups? You're just not about to deal with no manipulation. with no with no misery. Like you're just not gonna do that. What's the Eight of Cups? The Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, and these people break the rules, or they don't follow spiritual law, or they could abuse their spiritual gifts. They could abuse religion. This person could be like, I'm doing this to you because God said so. God told you to treat me like that? Wow. I literally had somebody tell me that one time. Oh, I'm doing this because God told me to. Wow. So God told you to treat somebody else in a disgusting manner. No, that's just the way you see it. You gotta look at it like this. Whatever. But with the Hierophant in reverse, they keep repeating the same mistakes. You're just like, I gotta get out of here. Y'all not learning it. Y'all not getting it. I can't tell y'all the whole shit. Like, what? Damn. You have to keep cleaning up after their messes. You gotta do this and you gotta do that. What's the Nine of Wands? The Sun. It's also gonna be illuminated, some type of setup that they tried to do. I also feel like you're gonna be, either they already did the setup or they're about to set you up. They're gonna try to, like I said, they're gonna try to lure you back in, but you're going to get notion of that. You're gonna get the clarity of that with the Sun card. That's gonna be brought to light. You have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they're gonna come back. But before they come back, you're going to know that they're going to come back. And you're going to be able to handle them. Yeah, they're going to hit you. They're going to do something nice, though. They're going to hit it with the nice energy. They're not going to be combative or an asshole. They're going to hit it with a nice combative, a nice, there's think about it, right? Just sit there. Whose birthday is coming up? What holiday is coming up? Like, they're going to use something sweet. But with the Nine of Wands and the World card, you said what you said. Your guard's going to be all the way up. You might not even answer. You might not even call. And if they might not even be able to get through. Like, for real. You said what the freak you said. So, I do feel like, just to avoid that, you should just not even open it, not even read it. Okay? Because I do feel they're going to try to make you feel bad as well. The next card you have is Higher View, number 41. This is your card. With ask for help and gratitude, okay? So I feel like you're changing your perspective in a situation here, okay? I feel like either you're asking for help or you're getting help in a situation, and you're going to be very grateful for something, okay? You're going to be very grateful for the help that you're getting in a certain situation. The Four of Pentacles. Somebody could be mad because they have to they're being forced to let you go, all right? What's ask for help, gratitude, and a higher view? You have the Ace of Swords, the Hermit, the Sun card, and the Ten of Pentacles. This could be a Leo, Virgo. Could be about family, work. Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Fool in reverse, okay? Now, this goes to the message that I got before. There's somebody that's mad that they have to let go of you. Whoever is mad that they have to let go of you is going through some type of health problems, okay? Whatever they're going through when it comes to their health, it's really bad. Like, something is stopping them. Like, whatever's going on with their health, it's like it's affecting their job. Like, they can no longer do their job because they have some type of health issue that contradicts with their job. So now their job has to figure out what they're going to do to them. Something like that, okay? So I feel like somebody's, you need to know that somebody's going through their negative karma, and their negative karma is their health being so bad that they're going to have to they're not going to be able to take a leap of faith. They're not going to be able to do something new, okay? Anyways, I feel like with the Ace of Swords here, I feel like in the Hermit, I feel like you were kind of going within, you were hiding yourself here. You were trying to find the answers within yourself here, okay? I feel like if you didn't ask somebody else for help, you asked your guide, your angels, yourself for help, okay? The Sun is in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles is here. I do feel like the answers that you got is that something was only meant to be temporary. Something was only meant to be temporary here. And I feel like that is the clarity that you got. And it's going to make you feel very, very happy because you felt like something was going to be forever or whatever, but it's not, okay? I feel like with the King of Swords and the Star card here, I feel like a lot of you guys do a lot of healing work, okay? You heal yourself, you do the work, you're honest, you're true and integral. The universe is always going to work in your favor, okay? Because you're a healer, because you do the work, because you're honest and you're true, okay? What is the Ace of Swords here? You have the Six of Swords in reverse. Yeah, because I feel like you knew that you weren't moving. It's like you're like nothing is happening. What the freak? So it's gonna be forever, and it's like no, it's not. The devil. Okay, I just feel like the devil's not giving me anything negative or toxic. It's giving me temptation. It's like things could be. It's like there's like temptation around. Like hey, you're stuck. You want to come over here? Hey, you want to come over here? Hey, you're not gonna be stuck over here. Hey, And it's like don't fall for the quick okie doke just because you're stuck. It's like there's a boat coming. It's okay. That's what when you go within. When you find the answer within yourself, or like I said, you ask someone, whatever. It's like that's when we hold ourselves and when we hold ourselves accountable, when we're honest and we're true integral, when we heal and we do the work, the universe gives us the answers that we need. What is the Hermit? You have the Nine of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I do feel like you are a little salty that you had to find out the answers for yourself, because I feel like it was not, when you go into the hermit mode, you don't get the answers like just like on a piece of paper and then you just read it and boom, it's like written in like Morse code or like, in like pictogram, and you have to like dissect it, and that takes time. It's a whole process. You have the Hangman in reverse, but it didn't matter. It's like you were like, yeah, I don't care. I have to do this. You were salty about it, but you weren't changing your perspective. You're like, it is what it is. Fine. This is how it has to get done. This is how it has to get done. I'm going to have to fish through this to find the answers, and I'll fish through it. Whatever. What's the Sun? You have the Nine of Wands. Yeah. I do feel like the universe just wanted you to have your guard up temporarily. Okay. But it just seemed longer than temporary because I feel like you had to have your guard up. You were salty. And you also had to still figure it out. So it's just like you still had to keep going, even though there was just so much annoyances. What's the Ten of Pentacles? The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I like I said, whoever this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is, or whoever is the person that is mad because they have to let you go or they have to release something or whatever, they're not taking care of themselves. They're not taking care of their life. They're not taking care of their health. They're not taking care of their stability, their money, themselves. And it's showing. When we don't do the work for a long period of time, the universe starts matching that energy. I feel this person's life is falling apart. It's going to start showing that they're not taking care of their health. They're not nurturing themselves. They're not doing any of the things that people thought that they were doing, because you could put on makeup and you could put on some clothes and some cologne and some perfume and go outside. But no one, and no one's going to know that you're not taking care of your health, that you're not taking care, that your house looks like crap, that you're just mistreating your health. Like no one's going to know that until we start seeing, damn, is your eye okay? Damn, like, are you all right? Damn, your house look crazy. Like, something, I don't know. You have the Ace of Wands. You are going to start something new. Okay. It's just free will. The universe couldn't stop somebody from doing whatever they were doing. Okay. But they can sure cause some, give this person their karma, which is going to make somebody have to, hey, you got bigger fish to fry, homie. I also feel like someone's going to be very jealous because you're healthier than a bat. Especially if they're going through health problems, like they're looking at you like you're healthy, you're healed, you're smart, you're patient. Oh my gosh. And it's like they're bitter, they're mean, they're cold, they're not healing, they're going through health issues. Like that's the life that you chose for yourself, sweetie. People need to stop getting mad and start trying to figure out how to get better, because shit is just going to get worse. The last card you have is Broken Open in reverse. Number 28 with Re-Energize. Okay, hold on, let me get some lotion. So I feel like you are trying to not trying, you're gonna succeed, but I feel like you are gonna get your energy back here from a situation or somebody here that was trying to avoid feeling. Okay, This is like I'm seeing somebody has to be a boss. I'm seeing like you could have like let somebody go, and like someone could have like then try to sue you, right? And it's like, damn, now you're going to court, like, up and down, da 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 da. And you're just like, man, like, this person was not showing up to work. They were horrible. Like, you had all the reason to fire this person. But because they were not trying to accept the fact that they needed to get fired, because with broken open in reverse, they don't want to accept the fact that, they're not okay. They could be broken inside, and, them losing this job is going to make them realize that, but that's not your part. That's not your fault. You were the boss. They were not doing their job. They got to go. And now somebody's going to, really, but I feel like with re-energize, this is over now. It's like you reach the end. The court has decided, yada yada yada. Okay, the Queen of Wands in reverse, the Eight of Wands, the Three of Swords in reverse, and the Four of Cups, with the Fool in reverse and the King of Cups. I'm hearing this is the type of thing that you see in movies. Whatever you could be experiencing could be stuff that like only happens in movies or something like that for some of y'all. Okay, I do feel like it is gonna piss you off here with the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, but with the Three of Swords in reverse, you're not gonna end up in heartbreak. It's just gonna piss you off because you're gonna be like, what? I could be doing something way better. I'm just sitting here, y'all just yapping, and I could be doing some work. Okay, the Eight of Wands, things are going to start moving quickly now, okay, because it's over, all right? I feel like with re-energize now, I feel like the universe, it's like while you were kind of just sitting there, I feel like the universe was like, listen, we know we took you away from your job or whatever, because you have to go to court to deal with this person, but the whole time, it's like you were away from your job. You got time to be re-energized. You got time to be, fresh energy, It's like change your perspective, Don't allow this anger to. I don't think you're gonna allow the anger to get a hold of you, because with the Eight of Wands, it's like things are gonna start moving a lot quickly than what they were. Just don't take a risk, Allow this to play out. What is the Queen of Wands in reverse? You have the Temperance card. That's you. Yeah. I feel like even though you're pissed off and you're angry, you're keeping your composure, and you're being very patient. Very good. Even though you're angry and you're pissed off, you're keeping your composure. Very freaking good, Sagittarius. What is the Three of Swords in reverse? You have the Star. Wow. You're going to get what you want. You're going to get your wish, okay? They're going to end up getting fired. They're not going to get what they want at all. They could fight all the Hail Marys they want, okay? I feel with the Star card here, you are the healed one. You are the, and this is why it's important for us to heal and be good individuals, right? And treat others the way that we want to be treated. Because when we need the universe to show up for us, they're going to show up for us. With the Eight of Wands, I feel like something is going to happen a lot quicker than what you expected. Like if the court date was supposed to end in a week, they're going to move it up. It's going to be over like tomorrow or something like that. And that's because you've been being patient with the situation, and you haven't been forcing it. The situation could have been delayed mad times because they didn't have their paperwork, or they didn't show up to court, and you show up to court like 4 times for no reason, right? It's like that all was on purpose. The universe didn't want you to be at work. They wanted you to kind of be within yourself. And hey, you didn't have to go to court that day. You had the whole day to yourself, to just kind of be within yourself and whatever. It's it's pretty good. Not gonna front. Six of Wands. Yeah, you're gonna be successful. Okay, you're gonna win the case, whatever, because you are innocent. Okay, and you were patient. You did not rush or push anything. What is the Eight of Wands? You have the Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I do feel like it's like somebody was trying to delay something from going quickly. That's why somebody was calling out and not coming to court, or somebody was trying to drag something out as long as they could. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles. They wanted to move something slow because it's like somebody knew. Somebody was seeing the outcome. They're like, damn, Sagittarius is going to win. So they were like, let me try to drag this win before as much as possible. That's why. The Four of Cups is the World, but it's over. I feel like that something is over. This cycle is going to be over. Like, you're just like, this was stupid anyway, because right, the Ace of Cups. Yeah, you will start something new. You will get what you want in a situation. I also feel like you're going to be either given something by the universe, or like your job or whatever, for having to deal with this as well. Okay, it's giving like the universe is going to give you some type of um it's giving that like the Hierophant energy. Whenever we learn a lesson, the universe always rewards us. So you might be getting some type of reward from the universe for how patient you were, okay? Because you being patient is not easy, Sagittarius, okay? It's not. I don't think it's gonna be anything huge or big, but it might be for some of y'all. But it is gonna be like you're gonna know that like this is happening because you were patient. Like you're gonna know like this is because I did good, okay? What is acceptance, move forward, and tender embrace in reverse? It could be something small as like something getting moved up, okay? Like a opening date or something getting moved up. You have keep your heart open in reverse. Libra energy. Yeah, I feel like these people don't keep their heart open. I feel like they mistreat others, and I feel like your family is part of your negative karma. Okay? So you have to detach from your family because they are the reasons why you have been getting negative karma. They are karmic. So you have to detach, okay? In order to keep your karmic cycle clear and good, and to keep your heart open good as well. I also feel like if your family are in any type of relationships when it comes to love, they're not in it for love. Okay? If your family always has issues when it comes to love, it's because of that. You're meant to break generational curses. You cannot do the same thing the same way everybody else did it. You will literally create karma for yourself and for your children if you have any, or if you're going to have any. So it's very important that you cut off your family and you do things the complete different opposite way than they do it. I will be speaking more about generational curses and stuff like that later on in the future, but you have a generational curse that you have to break here. Okay. What is a higher view? Ask for help and gratitude. You have lighten up, Leo energy here, okay? Yeah, I do feel like, the universe is going to make your energy, they're going to make you a little more happier. I just feel like you've been down in the dumps for a while because you've been dealing with something but again, like, it's like this court situation, like, you're not going to be in court freaking happy, It's like, it's understandable, why you are not up and at 'em, right? And with the star card here, it's like you have been keeping yourself in an energy of, you're doing the best that you can, you're not allowing what's happening to get to you to the point where you are becoming mean and bitter and whatever, but like shit, you're gonna feel the feeling, right? It's a sad situation, it's sad, or it's disappointing, Take inspired action. But I feel like the universe is going to bring something new, okay? And when they bring something new, when they bring this help, whatever, they want you to take inspired action. I feel like you are. Because with the star here, even though you've been like down in the dumps, you have been still keeping the positivity up in some way. And that little bit that you've been doing is going to help you realize this opportunity and take some type of inspired action on something new. What is re-energize and broken open in reverse? You have speak your world into being in reverse, Gemini energy. Okay. So, I do feel like this person is a liar. This could be a Gemini. This person is a liar, okay? And I feel like this person this is what they do. They get themselves into things with their words because they just don't know when to shut up. They don't know when to stop talking. And I feel like somebody got themselves in a situation because they couldn't shut up. They couldn't stop talking. I don't feel like you called this into your energy. I feel like somebody else called this in. Like you're just like, did I? It's like, don't feel like this is happening to you. It's not, this is out of your control, right? Like you can't control this. Make time for self-love. Like I said, this is like the universe kind of like conspiring in your favor. They're like, okay, we're gonna use the fact that this bozo is about to try to sue Sagittarius for firing them when Sagittarius had all the right. But we're going to use this as a way to give Sag time to love themselves, to show themselves love. Because maybe you've been too busy with work. Maybe you've been too busy that you didn't have time for yourself. And the universe is like, okay, well, we're going to use this situation to make you have some time for yourself. With know you are loved in reverse and open to change, okay, this person is going to get negative karma for this here. This person is going to be really frowned upon, like just shaking my head type of energy. I really feel this person is delusional and they thought that they were gonna win. Like somebody really thought that they were gonna get away with something. And it's like they could have set their whole life, you know, thinking that they were gonna get this, you know, maybe they were suing you for money and they bought the car, they bought the house and everything, you know, buying stuff before the money actually comes, you know, type of stuff. Or they were just talking and saying all this stuff, you know, and it's like now they're going to have to deal with all of that they created. You know, they're going to have to go back to those people, and there's just negative karma coming for this. This person's going to be very embarrassed. Okay. Could be a Libra. But with open to change, I feel this person is going to be forced to start something new here. Okay. And, that's just what it is. All right. But again, I feel like, you know, I don't feel like this was you. I don't feel like you spoke this into being. I feel like somebody's like won't shut up. Somebody needs to learn how to shut up and stop talking, because it literally gets them into dumb stuff. You know, this was a waste of time for you and them. But, you know, at the same time, not really, because with re-energize, you gained peace. You gained time to get your energy back. You know, so everything always happens for a reason. I always say that, but you are definitely feeling like it was a waste of time. And I feel that, but just don't harbor too much on that, because I do feel like everything's going to be fine and you make good decisions. So you're fine. Okay. You are the emotionally stable one. Okay. So that I have for you. I hope this helped. Have a good day or a good night whenever you watch this, and stay positive.